Hello, everyone. Today I'm happy to announce that we have enterprise licenses for both Wayground and Getmarked. Today I'm going to go over what both of these tools are and how we may use them in our classroom. You may be familiar with Wayground's previous name, Quizzes. So if you used that tool in the past, Wayground has rebranded Quizzes and added many new features that we're going to talk about today. The three pillars of Wayground are they want to help us with planning, assessment creation, differentiation, teaching with equity, engagement, and also making it easy for us to look at the results from our students. On the screen, I'm showing you the different learning formats that Wayground has in its platform. But if I show you some of these brand names next to them, that's going to show you better what all the different types of experiences Wayground offers all in one platform. What's great about this is it's going to allow our faculty to get really good using this platform, and it's also going to simplify things for students to go to one website to use all of these different varieties of tools. If you're unfamiliar with Wayground, it offers the opportunity to create assessments to reflect on student understanding, both in a testing environment, but also in a more gamified, fun way, similar to a Kahoot. It allows you to create lessons and slides to deliver content to students with a somewhat close to a Nearpod-like experience where students can actively answer questions while you're presenting information. Similar to Newsela or Newsela, you can have reading passages that students respond to. Similar to Edpuzzle, we can have interactive videos that students will watch and then answer questions as they view. And similar to Quizlet, we can also create flashcards for students to study and review classroom content. Within Wayground, you're able to set up accommodations for your students. The available accommodations are being shown on the screen here. You can enable anti-cheating measures in Wayground as well, which will automatically notify you if students try to leave an assessment or if they try to copy and paste. And Wayground also includes many different varied question types. So similar to Schoology, there are many different question types to use on Wayground. After going to wayground.com and logging in with Google, the first two things you want to check are that you're logged in correctly to our school district. If you used Wayground or Quizzes in the past, we just want to make sure that if you hover over your profile, check for Vernon Township School District, and make sure you click on our school here. The second thing is you want to make sure that you're on the home button. After that, we're going to look to the middle of our page where we have the Create option, Search, and AI Upload. Search is going to search through different community-based resources as well as things organized by content and grade level. We can also click on Create to make a resource from scratch. After clicking on this button, you can see the different types of assessments and resources that we can build on Wayground. As I previously mentioned, each one of these is very similar to curriculum products that you're probably already very used to. There's also the AI upload feature here. So if you click here, you can load in documents that you've already created, either if it's a PDF or a Google document, and have them automatically converted into a Wayground assessment. For example, let's say that I'm on Schoology and I want to export one assessment into Wayground as a PDF. I'm going to go to the gear wheel next to it and click on Edit Questions. On this page, I now have a print option at the top right. So I'm going to use this to click print and save as a PDF instead of choosing a printer. Now we're going to go through our PDF and I'm going to scroll down to see the different pages that I want to export. Now that I'm ready, I'm going to right click and click on print. On this page, I want to make sure that the destination is set to save as PDF. And then I'm going to click on pages and change this to custom. For my example, I set mine to pages 2 through 6. I don't want the cover page to come in, and I also don't want duplicates of my questions by bringing in the entire answer key as well. Wayground AI is going to be able to look at our assessment and formulate the answer key itself. Once I'm ready, I'm going to click on Save. Back on Wayground, I'm going to click on Device and upload my PDF. We're going to give Wayground AI some time to look at our PDF and to create our assessment. On this screen, I'm going to click on Extract Existing Questions because I only want to bring in the questions that I'm bringing in the PDF itself, and I don't want to generate new questions for this example. Once that process is finished, you'll see a screen like this where you can edit your assessment. In this assessment builder, you can change the type of questions to different types. You can edit the options. You can edit the answer key if you need to. You can find more questions to add them in as well. And once you're done, you can publish at the top along as previewing and setting settings for this assessment. Here's the example where I brought in the answer key along with the questions, and you can see that it duplicated my questions, which is okay. It's going to ensure that the questions are accurate, and then you can just delete the duplicates if you prefer, or you can just bring in the questions themselves to avoid them being duplicated. Keep in mind that was only one method of bringing content into Wayground. We can also paste in website, YouTube videos, Google Drive links, and to create documents and resources based on all that different content that we bring in. You can also create things yourself manually here by clicking into the assessments and loading in content. as well as searching for pre-made content in this tab here. The next tool that I want to talk about is called Getmarked. Getmarked is a tool that converts assessments. You can convert your assessments in multiple different ways. The primary way that we're going to be using this is by bringing in our Schoology exports and converting them into Wayground or Google Forms or any other assessment type. But know that Getmarked can be used to convert many different assessment types into other types. You could bring in a Google Doc and turn it into a Google Form. You could bring in a Microsoft Word file and make that a Wayground assessment. You could bring in a Google Doc and turn that into a Wayground assessment. You can log into your Kahoot account and convert all of your Kahoots into Wayground assessments. You can log into your Edpuzzle account through Getmarked and convert all of your Edpuzzles into Wayground assessments. The idea is that we're going to use Getmarked to turn all of our assessments and all of our classroom content into Wayground assessments and content, so students will go to one place to use all of our tools. I'll include the link in this video in the description as well as in my email that I send out, but if you want to bookmark this page, it is digitalizer.getmarked.ai. After logging into Getmarked, we're going to be on the Jobs tab. Here's where we're going to import our Schoology exports by clicking on Browse and finding those files on your computer. Once you're ready, click on Submit, and you're going to wait for the process to finish. Down here in your Jobs list, you can see when the file has completed. You can click on the View button to edit the assessment and change its question types. By clicking here where it says multiple choice response, we can change those to different types of questions. We can edit the question and the choices themselves, or we can delete that question. After editing an assessment, we can click on the Export button and choose the assessment type we want to convert this Schoology assessment into. Notice under Quiz Platforms, we have two options for Wayground and Quizzes assessments or the interactive video. After creating a job by uploading an assessment, we're now going to have a jobs list on our item bank page. Here we can click on assessments that we've brought into Getmarked, choose the questions that we want to export, and create groups. We would use this tool if we wanted to take multiple different assessments and use them as a question bank to create a new assessment. Here you can see I've selected all of the questions for this assessment, which was Into the Wild Chapter 18, as well as the Into the Wild quiz. The next step would be on this screen with my 67 items selected to click on Create. Here I can make a new group name, which then I could be viewed, edit, and export as an assessment. Back on the Getmarked main page, to convert all of our Edpuzzles and Kahoot, we would click on that page. On this screen, you'll fill in your Edpuzzle email and Edpuzzle password. If you use Google Single Sign-On, there's an option to create a password for your Edpuzzle account. Then once you're ready, you're going to click on Retrieve Quizzes. On the next screen, you'll see all the different Edpuzzle video assessments you have saved to your account. Just select the one that you'd like to convert to a Wayground interactive video assessment and click on Import. Now that my Edpuzzle has finished importing, I can click on Export and choose Wayground interactive video as my export. Follow those similar steps to get into your Kahoot account and convert those resources as well. I hope that helped you understand the new tools that you have for assessing students and converting the resources that you have into our new Wayground platform using Getmarked. In the future, there'll be many more tutorials to come. I just wanted you to know today that you have access to both of them today to get started.